Hello, the audience. Merry Christmas, and check out this pretty texture pack. Holy fucking shit! I didn't realize till seeing an Ant Venom video recently that this texture pack is called Faithful and is on Bedrock. So this is very nostalgic. So I haven't actually seen the rest of the TARDIS like this, so give me an excuse to explore. I also created this little room. This wasn't originally supposed to be a specifically Christmas room, but I Christmased it up for this purpose. So yeah, this is, got stockings, got milk and cookies left out, got some eggnog. I fucking love Christmas. And I spent about $2,000 on Christmas this year. Don't ask on what, it's embarrassing. Not on the same one thing, for gifts for everyone else, but they were all very expensive, so anyway. Yeah, so we're just over here. I added some rooms to the TARDIS, and I just want to talk about some stuff. So, okay, timer started. Yeah, so I added a map of the TARDIS. I don't know if I actually want to keep this here or not, but it's got a bunch of new rooms and stuff. But yeah, so I've noticed that there are some comments on my previous TARDIS video and hundreds of views. I actually... Hold on, I want to see how many views my Deltarune video has, because that's been going up for a while. The old Deltarune Chapter 1 Glitches has 22,000 views. Holy crap, and then my last TARDIS video has 150 views. So that's terrifying, because, yeah. But anyway, the comments are surprisingly heartfelt. Even that one comment I replied to. Well, I think I replied to all the ones from people I don't personally know. God, the armor looks cool. Anyway, but anyway. What was I going to say? Oh, yes, but my the last comment I got in there asked how I was doing, and I didn't really know how to answer that. So, I'll just say that I'm doing okay. Well, first I want to show off this. I made a double piston extender. I figured it out. You have to make the second one trigger again. God, that's just... wow. Anyway, this is a Pac-Man maze. And I might turn this texture pack off in the future, because it makes the blues all muted. Like in a... not that they weren't muted before, but it makes it look a little more bland, you know? Not the biggest fan. Anywho. Oh, you can actually see the colors, though, of the... Okay. Might keep it on, then. What was I thinking? Oh, yes. As mentioned previously in this series, though, I'm pretty sure I have OCD, and I was thinking about going to my doctor and asking if I can be treated for that, because it's gotten bad with... you know, the subject of the last video, combined with my, you know, most likely, you know, unhealthy compulsion with obsession. I've been thinking about it a lot, and I can't get myself to stop thinking about it. And I don't know if I ever showed off the pool or anything to do with it. Yeah. Whoop. Okay. Is that Depth Strider? Yeah, I did have Frostwalker boots, but every time I used them, it broke the pool, so I don't have that in there anymore. Yeah. So... God, it is so laggy. I added so much shit to the stars. It's not just the texture pack this time. I also want to show off some other rooms. This is part of the obsessive compulsion. I made a room kind of representing what it's like being in my head. Yeah, I don't know if this is oversharing or what this is, and I promised that this video would be happy, and I'm immediately ruining that, but that's fine. But yeah, this is just... I don't know, sometimes I like to imagine all of, like, my bad thoughts in, like, one big hallway, and then I can open the door and remember each one specifically. Mainly the door is there so I don't open it. But yeah. Again, Bedrock, there's no mod to copy and paste or whatever. I typed these out one by one. Very long day. Anyway. Right, and then there's a poem down there that I don't have the confidence to show off yet. Also, this has a shared ceiling down here, like that. See, the fireplace leads directly onto that, and I didn't have fire spreads off when I started building it, so this whole thing caught fire. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, yes, right. The thing is with the subject of last video, which is what I'm just going to call it, is that I haven't gone a single day without thinking about it, and I recently realized I haven't actually even gone a single hour without thinking about it, and if I keep thinking about it and everything reminds me of it, and like it's impairing like my ability to, do things like this or get into university, then I need to be helped with that. So I'm going to get professional help starting sometime next month whenever we arrange the appointment. So, yeah. I am proud to say I'm seeking professional help on that front because I thought I could do it alone, and I gave it a good shot for a few months, and I cannot. So, yeah. What else was there? That's basically where my mind has been at for a few months. In terms of making new videos, hopefully here soon. Theoretically, when I start actually getting medicated for this stuff. Okay. Good job, Dr. Nim. Okay. Right. Oh, I got a job now, restocking at Walmart overnights. So that's why I'm recording this on Christmas Eve, and I have to be awake for the full night, and it's gonna suck because I have to be awake the full night for Christmas. Oh, I did not show you this. There's no fucking way I showed you this. God, this was difficult as shit to make. First, there's a redstone puzzle, so you need to turn them all off. So it's kind of a test of, do you know which one does what? And then I just have to jam this signal and do something else. Oh, and yeah, okay. So that plays a little tune, and you hear some pistons going off in the background. Oh god, the hard part, the part that made the pistons go off, and had, I'll show you actually right now how much shit there is back here. All of that, all of this. There's a feed tape and a series of hoppers and a clock and all that shit. All of that is just to play the tune, and I'll tell you why. Is because I needed it. I needed it to be when this light specifically comes on, it'll play the tune, which means I have an observer directly below it that can tell when it changes. However, it goes off every time it changes. So I needed it to go off every other time. So I've got a system of hoppers and a feed tape back there to make sure that it doesn't play the tune when I fail the puzzle. Okay, so then why did I have the feed tape? If it doesn't fucking work? What does it do? Oh, that's right. Okay, never mind. It's not for the music. It's for this, which is when you solve like a bunch of other Easter eggs in the TARDIS and flip a bunch of levers, and then solve that puzzle, it'll open that door. But then when you re-break the puzzle, it'll close the door. So that's why the feed tape's happening. I probably could link it up so it doesn't make the sound again, but who gives a shit? Okay. Yeah. Right then, moving on. I don't want to go that way, and I'm not sure what else I added, really. It's been a while since I've shown off every room in the TARDIS, because last video I was not exactly doing that. I was excited to show off the main console room again, but yeah, not much apart from that. That's the bathroom. This is Porn Stars Die 2. Yep, I'll exit the TARDIS and just jump around and show you stuff. Okay, so added a giant wall of blue here. Don't know if that was ever a thing in the last one. I also added a little nook here, which I didn't realize extended too far, so that you could see it from here. So I added some blue, so you couldn't. There's the pool. Oh god, so much shit. Okay, yeah, so we're basically done. I added this thing that Radam added behind glass. Or I put it behind glass. I didn't touch it. So yeah, it's for what that's worth. Yeah, I want to make this video happy and everything because it's Christmas, but also, you know, seasonal depression's a bit of a bitch, and definitely feeling it right now, and not a great time in my life and all that shaz. So I don't know where else to go with this. I forgot I didn't show you my house. Yeah, look at that. I got a broom closet here. The door opens correctly this time. I had it open inward before someone told me that doesn't make any sense. I've got a fridge and freezer. Wrong order. Got, like, you know, some sugar and honey and stuff, like stuff that you put in cabinets, glasses and bowls. Beetroots, bread. Yeah. So this is kind of neat. Then upstairs is where I've got my main living area. Oh my god, no way. Oh, that is very nice. Actually changes what the paintings look like. Oh, that is wicked cool. Okay, yeah. So anyway, this is my room. I like to put purple chairs where purple stairs, rather. Well, they're supposed to be purple chairs where I like to spend the most amount of time. Or rather, where I do spend the most amount of time. There are a few purple chairs around the place that are in places I don't like to spend time in, but do anyway. So, yeah. I've also got a Looney Tunes door with enough time to close it. I've got a functional toilet upstairs that I didn't show off. No, I did show off. I dumped a bunch of shit into it mindlessly. But yeah, it's a functional toilet. And I don't know if I ever showed off that all the trash cans and toilets in the TARDIS work now. So all the ones, the one there, the one in the other console room, all the toilets in the bathroom, all of this stuff, all connect to a series of hoppers that go all the way over here, and through this whole system dispenses it into the incinerator, which I have turned on right now. I'm going to go turn that off. I believe it was that one that turns it off. Okay. I suppose we'll just walk. There's no reason not to. Oh, I added some stuff to this room, the Treasury. Yes, right. Right, SCP-1689. That one's good. The Do Not Open box, the Omnitrix. Oriental flavored ramen. Just the name. It's not a thing anymore. It is a thing, still. And then these two are from the same thing, but it was super good, so I put both of them in there. And I like the idea of this being in the TARDIS, and I could not afford to let this not be here. I love the character too much. And yes, that is a living head. In case you don't know, you should watch T.A.Z. or T.A.R.D.I.S, and I'm sorry I called it T.A.Z. Anyway. You should watch T.A.R.D.I.S. It's fucking good. Actually, it's a podcast. Listen to it. Don't watch it. You could watch it. There's a lot of animations and animatics, and so many talented people make, like, you know, animatics of that stuff, and I have a headcanon for how every character looks now, and I am a huge fan of the show, and it's over now, and I'm broken, and okay. Right, the library. Hello, Arthur. I had to replace Arthur. Every single mob in the TARDIS got deleted at some point, so I needed to replace them all. Man. This, being in this room is super bittersweet, because as I mentioned when I showed it off for the first time, is that Radam designed most of it. So it looks super pretty because he's the one that did the work. So that sucks. And now my favorite room in the TARDIS is pretty much just a reminder that I suck. See why I need the OCD stuff is that, like, now parts of my TARDIS, which are like the thing I use to, cope with stuff, is now becoming part of why I feel like shit. So I need to have help with that. But anyway, I added sections to each thing. So weird one-offs that no one's ever heard of. Everything but the first volume. I've clearly been to libraries, as you can see. And then actual sections for books, biographies, woodworking tutorials, more woodworking tutorials, humor, sports almanacs. I haven't added these in a while. Or I haven't looked at these in a while. Fantasy, sci-fi, all that stuff. And there is a section for every single set on every single floor. They're all different TARDIS schematics, survival tutorials, geology textbooks, gardening textbooks, things you can do with potatoes, geometry textbooks, morally questionable cookbooks. Yeah, that's right. Cookbook. Religious texts, biology textbooks, electronics repair textbooks. I'm not going to read every single one of them. They're just, I like them and they're really cool. My favorite one, this is like general media stuff. So all my favorite stuff is here. Good comic books, bad comic books. Yeah. SCP Foundation. This is like the end of me referencing SCPs, because the canon of it is so fucking huge that it could take up the entire TARDIS like 5 times over. At least. So I'm not. It's going to be the SCP in the thing, and the reference to it in the library, and that's it. So. Oh yes, self-referential humor is basically what I like to call the entire floor. All of this is just obscure reference, way too specific for 2 full shelves. Thig, that's spelled wrong. I'm pretty sure I spelled every sign correctly, but just in case I didn't, then there you go. The you're not reading these joke. This is my favorite one. Green, blue, red, and yellow books. Okay. But yeah, anyway. The main reason I haven't been recording is that I've had trouble, not obsessing over what I've been doing wrong. So yeah, there's the corridor. I'm going. The incinerator. That's where it was going. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I want to show you how bad the OCD's gotten at this point. It's. If you've ever seen Game Grumps Dan Avedon talk about OCD, there's a clip of their Wind Waker series where he talks about it, and I would seriously recommend it. It's a fantastic first-person example of what OCD is like. And I would like to say this hasn't been diagnosed. It's just that there have been doctors and therapists that have suggested this is most likely the problem, and I will go to a doctor here soon to see if this is actually the problem and see if I can get some help for it. Anyway, point is, he was talking about how his brain just connected to things until he couldn't do anything, and that's startlingly similar to what I've been going through, if not just the same thing. So, what was the example I was going to give? Oh, yes, right. I would look up a video on how to handle depression, and how to get through hard stuff. The answer is a pickaxe. Sorry. What was I going to say? Right, yeah. And So it would open with like, do you find it hard to get out of bed in the morning? And that would then make my brain connect the dots of, well, Radam overslept a lot, and maybe that's because he was depressed, and maybe me not reaching out to him and trying to stay in contact with him right now is hurting him when he's already depressed. And then I feel like shit because I feel like I've been reminded how much I've hurt someone. And so a general statement made by someone to try and connect with their general audience felt like a personal attack on me specifically. So that's clearly an unhealthy mindset. So yeah. But that's what it is with basically everything. Just everything reminds me of either him specifically or something I did to him, or even just something else that I did wrong in life. So yeah, I want my brain to stop connecting those dots. And I think the reason that I haven't tried getting help for it before is because I felt like it helped with making videos, where if I'm obsessing over minute details, it allows me to have an extra level of polish on my videos that no one's noticed because I haven't actually done much of it. But anyway, but like, I go into so much detail in my TARDIS because I'll do a thing and then I'll think immediately how that affects something else, and then I have to change that other thing, and it makes for a more, I don't know, cohesive experience, and I thought that would extend to all forms of art, but it's been directly interrupting most of it. So yeah, I suppose the feel-good part of what I've been talking about is I'm getting help now. So yeah, yeah, it's just been very hard, and again, I can't get my mind to go anywhere else, period. Like, I get that if Radam's watching this, or someone that thinks I'm the bad guy of the story, which is probably any reasonable person, or at least a person I can empathize with, I'm sure they see me as more of like a needy loser that just can't like let go of one person or one event, and I just obsess over it for months and months and months. But it's something that's wrong with my actual brain. It does not let me not think about it. It feels like an existential horror or terror. It just does not stop. I've talked about it previously in the series, where it'll often just be a phrase that repeats or something for ever and ever and ever. And it's pretty much just that. It just doesn't stop. Anyway, I've repurposed the outside room too, which I don't think I ever really showed off. Hard to say. Don't remember if I ever showed off. Point is, this is what it was, and then the whole thing had glowstone over it, which made the whole thing dark, and it was just a huge design flaw, and I decided to fuck it, and I just removed the concept of the outside room too, and just made it like a scrap room. This is just where all my forgotten designs go. So if you remember this from a few episodes back, this is my original design for one of the prison cells, and I removed the barrier so you can walk in and around and stuff. I think it's really cool to see this here again. Yeah. Oh, here's another blast from the past. Boom! The original library. That's so cool. And then I've got my original bedroom over here as well, which I haven't finished furnishing. This is stuff from my Peaceful map, which I've never made a video of because it was back on the PS3 and before I was really doing YouTube at all. But this is basically the layout of the floors. They were sometimes connected with bridges like this. There were 3 of them. Not 3 Peaceful maps, 3 towers, 3 space towers, connecting all the way to bedrock, from bedrock to skyblock, that I made in survival. It was fucking awesome, and the 3 towers occasionally connected like this, and there was a cow on one of the floors. I don't remember which floor it was. I have the book that can tell me, but who knows. And then I've got a wall of furnaces, which was, if you can tell, it's 3 by 7, which is the exact dimensions of this wall. It was one of the rooms in the tower, but I didn't want to remake the entire room because it would just look like most of this place is just more of these. Anyway. Ugh. I've been dealing with other shit as well, by the way. My transition, obviously. That's one of them. Oh yeah, these were two of the things. I didn't label them because I don't know if I don't want people to know what they are or whatever. But these were two things in the relic room that I decided didn't really need to be there because they weren't exactly left behind and they weren't exactly cool enough to put in there anyway. So, yeah. Okay. What was I talking about? I don't remember what I was talking about. Yeah, these were to measure how much is 5 blocks, by the way. Ugh. Okay. Oh, yes, right, other stuff. Turns out, during the hiatus, not between... Basically, a lot of this stuff has been happening since well before the last T.A.R.D.I.S video I made. But I only wanted to talk about that one situation in that one video. Because I didn't want to say anything stupid, I didn't want to say anything wrong, I didn't want to get sidetracked, I just wanted to focus on that one thing for that one video. But now that's done, and I've said what I wanted to say, then theoretically I don't need to talk about it anymore, but my brain won't let me think about anything else, so... Okay, point is, the other stuff I've been going through is dealing with anorexia, which is so fucking fun. Yeah. Ugh. I've been recovering from it, and it's so much of a bitch. You do not understand how fucking hard it is to recover from anorexia. I don't care. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you are anorexic now and still trying to recover. I feel like I am the only one that understands this. It is so mind-numbingly difficult, especially because I live in America, and oh my god, America is the worst country for this. And I'll tell you why, is because there is just fucking no sympathy, first of all, for anyone with any mental illness to begin with, or eating disorder, or anything. So, like, there's that to start with. And second of all, oh my god, like, famously, America is, like, the most obese country on the planet. There's probably one higher, slightly, by some fucking measure or whatever. But anyway, but, like, obesity is such an epidemic in America, and that's part of why I was anorexic to begin with, is because I was afraid of that happening, and whatever. But anyway, all of, like, American advertising and food products and, like, every part of day-to-day life is hell-bent on reminding people to lose weight. And that is so not cool. Because it's so, again, unbelievably not cool when I'm just trying to watch TV and watch Doctor Who and relax after, like, a long day, and then an ad comes on. It's like, do you hate that extra weight you've been putting on? I'm like, fuck you! Ugh. Not to mention, because everything's so hell-bent on weight loss, it is hard to find high-calorie food. I don't know how people do it on accident, but it is so hard to find food that actually gives me the nutritional value I need. Because all of it is like, here, eat this and this and this, and that's 3 square meals a day. How much did I eat? 200 calories. How the fuck? For reference, you need to eat like 2,500 to 3,000 a day to gain weight. And that is insane. How do you do that? How do you do that on accident? It is not something I understand in the slightest. Also, new update came out, forgot about this, that added more blocks below Bedrock, and you can update old worlds to add that. So, literally the only thing I did was update the Void Room. So now it's an actual drop and not just like a subtle thing. And then I added black concrete down here. Because why not? I figured maybe I should let you get into the void less, and then I should probably fix the light bike arena and other things. But yeah, I need to be careful though, because a lot of the things can see below it. I can Oh my god, I can fix this. Yes, I can make this actually look like a proper sun and enclose the whole area. Oh, this can go down forever. Yes. Okay, never mind. I'm excited. I can actually make... Oh, yay, I can make the river down there. Okay. See, this is why I like the TARDIS. It just, like, I'll think about everything going wrong in my life and, you know, how much I suck and how much of a bad person I am. And then I discover that I can add a river below the bridge in 2 Fort, and then I get excited to do that, and then I do that. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. Also, just like jumping around and bouncing around all the hallways and accidental weird geometry I ended up making. I also added a door down here. Don't really know why. Just thought this was like a like old sandbox games like GTA 4 or whatever, how you just sometimes discover little areas like this and you're like, why did the devs add this? Did they do it on purpose? What's up with this? Why is it so cozy in here? So I just put a door there because I like it. So yeah. I've been rambling for so long. I've actually been rambling for the duration of the timer that I set, so I should probably leave it at that. Again, good news, getting help. Not doing this alone anymore. And yeah. Things have been so hard recently. And yeah. Oh, man. I don't know what else to say. Working on this TARDIS, whenever I want to do something, there's always a way to do it. Like the doors. Like, this took me ages to figure out, but I did figure it out. When before I thought it was fucking hopeless, or like I just couldn't do the doors. But then I eventually like just gave it some thought and eventually worked it out and then fixed it. And that is what is tearing me apart constantly, is that there's nothing I can do or say or outthink that fixes this problem. Like, no matter how hard I think about finding a solution, there's no solution that works. Because as hard as it is for me to admit, it's not my problem to solve. I tried reaching out, I tried being as nice as possible, and it didn't work. So that's it. I can't try anything else. Nothing else to try. I can try maybe giving it a few years and reaching out then, but I don't know. I have to wait until he matures as a person, which hurts to say and think, but it's kind of what I have to do now. I need to wait until he realizes that what he did was wrong and tries to make amends, but until then, I can't reach out to him, he won't let me, and I probably shouldn't, because if he doesn't realize that he did anything wrong, then that's probably not a relationship worth preserving. Yeah. I'm just worried for him. Because, again, he was my best friend. We've known each other since 2nd grade, and he's been my best friend since 7th. Seventh, yeah. He told me in sophomore year that I was his best friend, so it's not as, like... That's a thought that I keep reminding myself of. It's not like I made this up. We had something, and at some point we lost it, and I don't know what happened. I do know what happened, unfortunately, but yeah. Basically, I would like to pretend that I have a choice in the matter, that I'm choosing to go on without him, but I'm not. And I just have to live with that. But anyway, yeah, the point is, I'm worried for him. I hope he doesn't do anything stupid or get himself in any kind of legal trouble or anything. Like, just hope he doesn't do anything stupid. which I can't stop him from doing anymore. So maybe I just hope he finds good people, better people in his life. Anyway, I honestly did want to make this more upbeat and Christmassy and stuff, but I can't. My brain does not let me think about anything else ever at all. And the only positive thing I can say right now is that will hopefully change. So, yeah, I guess I'll just leave it at that. Is that hopefully I will be able to stop thinking about this all the time. And hopefully the nightmares will stop, because I have nightmares damn near every night. And it hurts so bad. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I hope you guys have a happy Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate. I just celebrate Christmas and I love Christmas and Christmas. Sorry. There's a lot of people on the internet are talking about how Christmas is not as fun when you're an adult. I don't get that. I'm still an adult. I'm still having fun. Anyway. Future me, by the way, because I know you're going to come back to this video when I inevitably get fired and need to write a resume for anything. I got hired on October 2nd. So there you go. I'm going to probably say that a lot throughout the history of YouTube. But I know anytime I get hired, I'm just going to say it so that I know when the time started so I can put it on a resume. Because it's much easier than writing something down and hoping I find the paper later. Okay. Well then. I promise, I'm going to make this promise. Next Christmas, I know I made this promise last time, but I will make it with a little more specificity. Next Christmas, I will have a proper, happy Christmas video. Okay? No more bleak topics. Promise. I will have this problem worked out. Hopefully, I really hope that there is not another full year of obsessive thoughts, but we'll see. But I promise next year I'll have something worked out to have a more happy Christmas. So, yeah, in the meantime, I think I'm just going to admire this pretty TARDIS and play Fortnite and stuff. So, yeah. More uploads coming in January, I think. I know I said December last time, but January. It looks like January. I think once I get these thoughts under control, then I'll be able to start making videos. So January, February. Those are the 2 months. I promise I will have at least a video out by the end of February. I don't care if I have to rework some videos. At least one of them is going to be out. Anyway. Okay, Merry Christmas, everybody.